Hi everyone, how are you doing this Tip Tuesday morning? I'm Peggy and I am your Seint makeup artist, where we use one palette and one brush to create this one layer of beautiful makeup. Seint is a cream makeup and we use it to make our faces not appear flat. When you use one shade of like a liquid or a powder, it all goes on the same places, and then you come back and you add a little blush and you're finished. With Seint, you use 3 shades strategically placed and blended to create a 3D look to your face. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this dark scary shade, which is a contour, and the contour shade goes on the really hard parts of your face, like the top of your forehead, and we're just going to kind of smear it up here just to get it going. I forgot my clips, so I apologize. The bangs are in the way. Now, also we're going to come and feel for this cheekbone, and the cheekbone is very round. Feel your face, you'll feel the roundness. You want to start at the corner of the eye on the cheekbone and go right up that roundness. Now, how much should you put? You put as much as you want. So there we go. I like a more defined look, so I put a lot. Come back over here and feel for that cheekbone. Again, stay to the outer corner of the eye and straight up. There we go, towards the top of the ear. What could be simpler? Now we're going to come to the jawline, and we're just going to go past this jowl right here. And then past the one over here, right where that little fatty part is that makes up the jowl, and where we have these 2 divots, I have a turkey neck, so what we're going to do is connect those divots underneath our neck with our contour, create a shadow there that is going to make them less noticeable. If you have a double chin, usually you have a turkey neck as you age, or you have a double chin. If you have a double chin, you want to start further back here, come further down on your neck and up with your contour. So simple, so easy. Now we're going to contour the nose. We're just going to come right down the center, right on top of it to where the natural shadow of your nose is. And then come back and do the same thing on the other side. You don't want to go too far down to either side of your nose. You can use your contour under your lip. You can use it on your eyebrows. You can use it as a eyeshadow. So many uses for this beautiful cream makeup. Next, we're going to go to our brightening shade. So let's tap into the brightening shade. Brightening shade is a little bit like a concealer. It goes on the light places or soft spots of your face, like the center of the forehead between your eyebrows, right down the center of your nose. Look how that narrowed my nose just with the contour and the brightener and made it look a little more elongated. Now we're going to catch the Cupid's bow with this brightener and also the center of the chin. Now we're going to jump up here and we're going to catch the inner corners of the eyes. Not much product are we using at all. We're going to come and catch the outer corners of the eye and brighten them. And then we're going to come and use our brightener to take the shadow away from the folds that are on our marionette lines. What we're doing is strategically placing these shades where they will give our faces more definition and also take away any distractions that bother us. They probably don't bother anyone else, but they bother us. The last shade we're going to do is the main shade. The main shade is like a filler shade. It goes where you have no other makeup, and it is the shade that is the closest to the color of your natural skin tone. So we're going to come and catch some right around the cheek area, not where the contour is on the cheekbone, but like where the apples of your cheeks probably used to be, maybe a little bit lower, because as we know, everything moves south. And then we're going to come up and we are going to put the rest in the center of the forehead. So we have our contour shade, we have our main shade, and we have our brightening shade. The placement is finished as far as our foundation is concerned. I like to add the Lip&Cheek before I blend. Personal preference. You can begin blending now, or, as I said, you can do like I do and add your Lip&Cheek. Okay, today I am adding Sangria. Sangria is a beautiful shade for fall. Look how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous she is. She's the perfect red, not quite red. She's like a berry red. And look at the teeth. I mean, she's got enough blue in her to wear extra points, bonus points, because your teeth look so white. Is that cool or what? Now we're going to come up here, since this is Lip&Cheek. It's our blush shade as well. Everything I put on my face is in this one palette. It's very small, fits in your purse. So simple. Now we're going to blend so I don't look quite so ridiculous like this. Cream makeup needs to be set, and you can set it one of two ways. You can either set it with a setting spray, or you can use a loose powder, a translucent powder. I usually use Seint Setting Spray, but in the humid area of Southeast Louisiana that I live, we're really humid right now. Fall has not quite hit here. So I'm going to try today the NYX Setting Spray. It is a matte finish setting spray. So let's see how that does. I'm going to spray my brush because I like to blend with a damp brush. There we go. I'm going to spray my brush, give it a couple of taps just to work it in. And here we go. We're going to blend. Now, I start at the jawline and work my way around. Light swirls, very, very light swirls, and then drag them down my neck. This is the only time you want to blend down, is when you are blending your contour down your neck. There we go, done. Now we're going to start stippling, the little action I call stippling, gently touching, and you moving your brush, and what you're doing is you are stippling or pressing this makeup into your skin, and you're putting it where you want it to go and where you want it to stay. Now we get to the eyes. We're just going to stipple around. We're not going to pull. We're just going to gently stipple up the nose on the sides, because we don't want to blend everything out. If you blend it all out, you're going to have a muddy, muddy mess. So what we're doing is we're marrying the edges of each color together, or each shade that we have put on our face. Now let's move up, and we're going to do the brightener. Give it a little bit of a swirl just between the eyebrows. Come up and catch our main shade, and then on up into the contour shade. And you just blend it up into your hairline. All the way up, because you don't want there to be a white line up there. Now, will it get into your hair? Well, a little bit, but as you can see with mine, it really hasn't, and I am a natural gray head. I have naturally gray hair. So, and it works just fine. If I think it's too much up in there, up in the hairline, a baby wipe, a beauty wipe, a wet perfector sponge will dap it right out. So it's not an issue. Now, the last thing we have to do are my cheeks. So what I like to do is, here's where the contour is, stipple up and down twice, and then come up and catch with the stippling motion the Lip&Cheek or the blush, and just drag it up into my temple. There you go. Now you can see the shade, you can see my blush color, and I love color, so I tend to get a little bit heavy-handed You do you. If you don't want quite this much color, then just put two fingers. You don't have to put the, all 5 fingers on there. Now we're going to stipple up and down on this contour, and then we're going to move it up as we're grabbing the Lip&Cheek of Sangria. The shade is Sangria, and just give it a soft blend. There we go. We are done. Now, did I get a little bit heavy on my blush shade? Maybe a little bit, but it works for me. If it's too much for you, then you back it off, because you do you. And that's it. We're finished. It's set. Our makeup is set. It's blended. And this is where it's going to stay all day. Look at this finish. Now, do I have wrinkles? Yes, I do. Is it settling into them? No, it's not. This is by far the best makeup I have found for mature skin. I'm 67 years old. I have no Botox on my face. I've had no plastic surgery. This is what it is. This is me in the mornings, not this. What you saw before is me in the mornings. I mean, what could be better? This Seint is so pigmented that it gives you a medium coverage, a full coverage, a light coverage. It just depends on how much you use, what brush you use, and what you're looking for. I am not a full coverage girl. This is a light cover, a medium coverage, and this works well for me. How do you get started with Seint? I would love to be your Seint artist. It's very simple. Go to a window in your house, any window. As long as there's not sunshine coming in the window. You want light, but not sunlight. Stand and look out of the window about 1 foot away. No makeup on. All of your makeup is off. Hold up your phone and take a selfie of your face, your neck, and a little bit of your décolleté if you can. I will have on here instructions as far as they'll probably be up here in the copy. Text #match to a phone number. The link will come to you. You'll answer the questions, upload your selfie, and then it comes to me. There's no obligation whatsoever to buy. The selfie is totally free. So, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, what do you have to lose to give it a try? If you're not loving your makeup in your mature years, you might want to give Seint a try. I thank you so much for joining me today. You've been so wonderful and so gracious. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.